Hey guys, we have a new series for you and it's all about my very first is the theme and then what the topic is. And today the topic is sweeping. So it's gonna be my very first sweep, which is called a broom sweep. It comes from an open guard position where someone is standing over top of you. And the reason this is your first is because it keeps the best control of distance. In jiu-jitsu, we're always trying to manage the distance. So broom sweep is gonna be one of the safest sweeps you can do for self-defense. It's super common and practical in sport jiu-jitsu, and it has a ton of variations. So I know you're gonna enjoy it. I got my son here to come help out, and we're gonna have a blast with it, okay? Have fun. Nice. Okay, so your first sweep you should be working on is your broom sweep. So to show you again from a different angle here, yeah, Thomas with me. If I grab his feet, he pulls his heels to his butt, grabs my ankles, pushes me backwards, and he's gonna climb to mount, okay? We'll try again from another spot. As soon as I grab, he's pulling, grabs my feet, knees in, feet behind, and then sliding to mount. Now, this is one variation of it. And we can do another variation. If you watch Thomas here, this time I'm gonna start inside his guard. And then when I stand up, he grabs my feet, opens his guard, and pushes back, and then again, climbs to mount. So to see that one from a slightly different angle here, nice. So you'll notice that as I'm standing, he's grabbing my feet. Now there is a trick to it if you watch here. If Thomas has a very relaxed guard, but still closed, okay? And I stand up, I might stand up away and I'll grab my feet. They're gonna be too far. So Thomas is gonna keep his knees closed and pull forward slightly so that when I stand, he's pulling forward, then that foot is going really close to his hands. Now he opens his guard, knees together, feet behind, and he's pushing me backwards as he holds on to my feet. Now, there's other variations of this. So and that's what makes broom sweep so effective. If when I'm standing, maybe I stand with one leg back, he can put this foot right behind my leg and sweep from here, okay? So you see that one again. We'll just turn slightly. I'm standing up, I got one leg back, foot is on my hip, foot behind my leg, and there's his broom sweep. Okay. Another variation that's useful is if I'm grabbing his feet, maybe he grabs my feet and I kick my leg out, he puts one foot on my hip and hooks the leg with the other side. Okay, let's see that one again. I have the position, I kick my leg out and step back, he transfers his hip, other foot goes behind my leg, and he sweeps. Sometimes you're gonna see people do this with, like what Thomas is doing here, with the leg behind the knee. Sometimes you're gonna see it heel to heel. Personally, I prefer heel to heel. Thomas seems to be comfortable here. As long as you have the weight going backward, it's fine. Same deal with this. I know some people really prefer this. I like hooking the foot. I have very long legs, so it's easy for me to catch the foot, but I know some very experienced black belts that like hooking the leg there. So we have a couple variations of the broom sweep which make it very effective, whether I'm standing up into that guard or from his guard, if I'm walking in, or even if I grab his legs and I start spinning him in a circle, he can go all the way to mount. So, a couple little things to keep in mind. Broom sweep is a very effective sweep, and it's the first one you should be learning because it keeps the distance, it keeps you safe. Okay, so for self-defense, awesome sweep. Why do you like it?
I like it because it's a basic sweep and it helps when you're trying to do other sweeps as well.
What other sweeps are you thinking of?
De La Riva, any other standing guard sweep, it's a very simple principle.
So Thomas likes going from here to De La Riva positions, right, with his legs. So it introduces you into the idea of how powerful your legs are, so that when he grabs my foot, maybe I kick this leg back, he's already going into a De La Riva position, and he would just sweep me forward in that sense. So that's very, very useful to have a guard sweep that has a lot of variations of it, but there's more. So I have a black belt tip for you, and that's where are your feet? So in a self-defense situation or a sports situation, that might dictate which way your feet go. So if you watch Thomas, he's mostly concerned with sport, although we built him up with self-defense, he knows both versions, but he likes the sport version better, which is the one he's been demoing the whole time, with the feet behind the back. And the useful thing for that in sport is when Thomas goes to sweep me, I can't get away very easily. His feet are actually stopping me from getting away, and I end up just dragging him across the mat. Whereas if you scooch back a little bit, if this was a sport version, or sorry, if it was a sport match, but his feet were on my hips and he swept me, maybe I scoot away and I stand up. So that's not ideal for sport necessarily with feet on the hips. It can be a little harder to keep that balance, right? Or keep the connection to come on top. The nice thing about the self-defense version is if Thomas needs to get up, he can get up pretty quick. So if it's self-defense, scooch back a little bit. And his concern is about getting back to his feet, and I grab and he pulls his feet in, feet to my hips, and now stand up as soon as he can. He should be able to get up before I do, right? Especially if he understands the whole intention of that sweep is for self-defense, feet on the hip, push me away, he can get up very easily. What do you like about the foot on the hip one? Is it a strong one?
It is definitely.
Yeah, he could. I'm 230 pounds, 120. He can lift me up, no problem. I don't want him to because it ends up being a hard landing, and that would be one of the things to watch out for when you're practicing this. If you have a partner that doesn't fall well or isn't comfortable falling, they may get injured. So if you notice when I'm falling, the nice one about the feet behind is as he pushes, it allows me to sit. So my fall is not so bad. I don't need to do a break fall, right? It's a good idea for the beginners to practice that, but it's not necessary. However, when his feet are on my hips and he grabs, I can't sit very easily, I fall back. So that can be a little bit more troublesome, especially for beginners, because then they end up hitting their head on the floor. So for beginners, against beginners, feet behind is excellent control. For self-defense, we want to get used to feet on the hips. And for sport, the feet behind the legs or behind the back allows you to get on top of the mount much easier. So it's a very easy little adjustment to make. That would be your black belt tip for the broom sweep, is where do you want your feet to go? So let's demo all those ones one last time. Okay, so then I grab his feet, he pulls his hips towards himself, feet on my hips. There's his self-defense one. Scooch up. I grab his feet, he pulls in, hooks the legs behind, and now sweeps, great, and then climbs to mount. Good, that's a little bit more sport style. Variations from here, he grabs my feet, I step out, he can drop one leg to hook, this foot goes to my hip, and push. Same kind of idea here. When I stand up, I kick out one leg, foot comes across, and sickle sweep. And then the one that's fun for kids, and if you're in Japan, usually they know it's coming because I get a good grip. Whatever foot's in front is the one he's going to grab as soon as he can. He's going to pull his heels to his butt as soon as he can. Not yet, though, you cheater, right? And yeah, the giant wheel. There you go. Oh, but he's getting stuck in mount, or coming up. Bonus tip, go back, because he got stuck here. When you're going to mount, if you're looking for an easier way to do it, and you seem to like to go this side, eh?
I do like that.
Okay, so let's turn around this way a little bit. One, if I sit up, keep those feet behind my back, which is great, but put two hands on the floor. And now turn this knee down and climb, yes, there. Now you gotta watch your ankle a little bit because it pinches, right? But it's an easy way to get on top. Try again. Sit on your butt. So we're here. He can hook if I'm sitting up, that's fine. He's gonna put 2 hands on the floor and then crawl on top. Yes, one last time, slightly different angle. Get over here. I know a lot of people wanna grab, but don't worry about that for now. This is your first beginner sweep. Legs are hooked in, hands on the floor, and then climb, good, all the way to mount. His knee blocks my knee as I try to get away, so I'll make it a little bit harder, okay? So I hope you enjoy your first jiu-jitsu sweep. We'll see you at the next one. I know there's gonna be some questions about what about closed guard. We have a closed guard sweep coming up for you right away, okay? So stay tuned for that.